difference between these two, which is FGN savings bond and FGN bonds, usually creates confusion among many investors. That confusion is what I'm here to clear today. So if you want to know the difference between FGN savings bond and FGN bonds, kindly watch to the end, and I'll also be talking about how you can invest in either of the two and the category of investors that the two is suitable for. So let's go into it. You first need to know the similarities. They are both fixed income investments, which means as at the point of entering into both, you will know how much you are earning per annum. You will know the interest rate per annum. You will know when your capital will be repaid back to you. That is number one. Number two is that they are both issued by the Debt Management Office of the federal government. So they are both backed up by the full faith of the federal government. So the risk that is involved in investing in any of the two is close to zero. It's close to zero, even though there's nothing called risk-free investment. However, it is believed that they are both backed up by the full faith of the government and are regarded as the safest form of investment. So having said that, let's now go into the differences between the two. So when it comes to FGN savings bond, we first of all talk about the investment time. When we talk about the investment time, we are talking about the tenure. We are talking about the time involved. So FGN savings bond, the tenure usually comes out as 2 to 3 years. You can't do 1 year, or it is only for treasury bills that you can do 1 year. But for FGN savings bond, it's usually between 2 to 3 years, and it started in 2017. While FGN bonds is meant to address long-term investors, usually between 3 to 50 years. Long-term investors. That is the number one difference. One is short-term in nature, while the other one is majorly long-term in nature. Number two is the interest payment. The interest payment. Interest payment for FGN savings bond is quarterly, which means you are paid every 3 months. So if, let's say, the interest rate on it is 17%, you are investing 1 million naira, and 17% of 1 million naira is 170,000. That 170,000 per annum per year will be divided into 4, and you'll be paid quarterly, which is every 3 months. While for FGN bond, a major part of it is paid semi-annually. There are some that are yearly, but major part of it is semi-annually. That is number two. Number three is the minimum investment. We call it bond auction. Bond auction. So which means when you are investing in it in the primary markets, the minimum you can do for FGN savings bond is 5,000 naira, while the minimum you can do for FGN bonds is 50 million. That is in the primary market. In the secondary market, it depends on how it is being denominated on the secondary market. I hope you understand. You can get to FGN bonds in the secondary market, and you can buy as low as 5,000 in the secondary market. But when we talk about the primary market, that when it opens from the DMO, Debt Management Office, the minimum for FGN savings bond is 5,000 naira, while the minimum for this is 50 million naira. So you can see that the audience are different even from the perspective of the Debt Management Office. Now let's talk about the frequency of issue. What that means is how frequent it is being offered for subscription to the public. Now, FGN savings bond comes out every first Monday of the month, and it's usually available for the first 5 days, which means Monday to Friday, every first Monday of the month. So you can use it as a means of saving your money. While FGN bonds comes out once a month, and it is just for 1 day. That auction usually comes out once a month, and it is usually for 1 day. So that's another difference. I mean, in the primary markets. Now, number 5 is the types of investors. The types of investors that they are suitable from the perspective of the Debt Management Offices. FGN savings bond was majorly started because of retail investors, those who cannot do higher figure. So they came out with it in 2017 to cater for retail investors. As little as 5,000 naira, you can invest in FGN savings bond. That's why the maximum in the primary market is 50 million. The minimum is 5,000 and the maximum is 50 million. But when it comes to FGN bonds, the minimum is 50 million. So they are meant to address capital market investors, those who are interested in investing in capital markets. I think with this, I've been able to enlighten us on the difference between the two and also the similarities between FGN savings bond and FGN bonds. Now, let me talk about how you can invest in the secondary markets now. When you want to invest in the secondary market of FGN bonds, you can use platforms like AfriInvest, the app. You will see it there. AfriInvest, you will see it's denominated 100 naira, 200 naira, depending on how it is being denominated. When it comes to FGN savings bond, you can use Stanbic IBTC, Invest Nigeria by Chapel Hildeham. You can use FBN Quest, you can use Atlas Portfolio, and so on and so forth. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly do by clicking on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we release a new video. On this channel, we talk about finance, investments, and business. Till we meet in our next video, stay blessed.